Hi everyone, Nadine here from Stitching and Crafting. Here I'm going to show you how to calculate how many yards of fabric you will need to sew curtains for your double window. Okay, I'm going to focus on a standard double window which has the length of 58 inches and has the width of 70 inches. So let's say this is your window frame. Okay, this is the width of your window frame, top and bottom, and this is the length or the height of your window frame. So in order for you to calculate how many yards of fabric you will need, you will have to get your tape measure or measuring tape to do the measurement. So you will use a measuring tape looking like this, or you can use one looking like this. If you're going to use one looking like this, make sure it is, say, 90 inches in length. Okay? Because when you're going to use it, you don't want to stop along the way or measure twice. You just want to measure straight across or straight down. Okay? So it's best to get one that is 90 inches or 108 inches. All right? Now, I'm going to focus on a standard double window. And as I said before, it has the length or height of 58 inches and has the width of 70 inches. Please note that the height or the length of your window frame will determine how many yards of fabric that you're going to need. The width of your window frame will determine how wide the fabric should be. Looking at the length of your window frame, and as we have stated, or as I have stated, the length of that window frame is 58 inches. Now to that 58 inches, you're going to add a standard 18 inches. Okay? So when you add that 58 inches to that 18 inches, or when you add 18 inches to that 58 inches, you will end up with 76 inches. Okay? So there goes 76 inches. Now you have that measurement. Oh, now you have that length of 76 inches. You're going to look above the window frame. So you're going to think of the heading. Okay? Your curtain must have heading. The standard heading size is 6 inches. Okay? So I'm going to use my tape measure to show you 6 inches. So this is 6 inches of fabric. Okay, this will represent 6 inches of fabric. For you to get that 6 inches, you're going to have to add 12 inches of fabric. Okay, so you're going to add that 12 inches to your 76 inches, and that will give you 88 inches. So now you're having 88 inches in length. So here's the 12 inches, and when you fold it down like this, you will end up with your 6 inches. All right, and this will be for the heading. And this is what the heading of your curtain looks like, okay? This is a heading of your curtain. On the heading, you're going to have this right here, and it is the pocket. And this is where you're going to place your curtain rod, okay? So in order for you to get the heading, you're going to have to add a standard 12 inches. Okay, so now to that 76 inches, you're going to add 12 inches. So you will end up with 88 inches of fabric. Okay, now your curtain also needs to be hemmed. Okay, you want to have a full hemming at the tail of your curtain. You want it to look professional. So therefore, you're going to give it like 3.5 inches hemming. That makes it look professional. So that is it for the length of your curtain, which is 88 inches plus that 4 inches, and that will be 92 inches. Okay? So the length of your curtain right there is going to be 92 inches. We know that 36 inches make 1 yard. We want to convert that 92 inches to yard. Okay? So in order for us to do that, we're going to have to divide that 92 by 36. Now, as I said, it is 92. To make it easier, I'm going to round it off. So it is no longer 92, but it will become 90. Okay? So when you divide 90 by 36, you will end up with 2.5, which is 2.5 yards of fabric. Okay? So that is how you get your 2.5 yards or 2.5 yards of fabric. So that is for the yard. Now you want to know how wide your curtain is going to be. Remember, as I said before, it's going to be the window frame is 70 inches in width, and it's going to be a double window. So therefore, you're going to divide that 70 inches by 2. When you divide 70 by 2, you're going to end up with 35 inches. Okay? So a piece of your curtain or one side of your window frame or half of your window frame is going to be 35 inches. That means the curtain to cover that side is going to be 35 inches, but you need your curtain to have body. You need your curtain to have volume, okay? So therefore, you're going to have to make sure that you have um, a reasonable amount of material for the gathering, okay? Now, when you're going to the store, the standard width of most materials is going to be 45 inches in width, 45 inches wide. Now, bear in mind that one piece of your curtain or the window frame or half of the window frame is 35 inches. Now, you don't want a fabric that is 45 inches in width, because when you take that 35 inches from that 45 inches in width, you're going to have 10 inches, okay, to play with. Now, when you try to gather that piece, for a piece of curtain to cover that side, it's not going to be, it's going to look flat, okay? You won't have that body that you desire. You won't look professional. So you're going to think of getting a wider fabric. So you're going to have to think of getting a fabric that is, say, 55 inches or even 60 inches in width. Okay? So that will make it look more professional. So therefore, you're going to know that you want 2.5 yards of fabric. That is for one side of your curtain. You're also going to want 2.5 yards for the other side of your curtain, yes, for the other piece of curtain, you're going to want another 2.5 yards. But you're not going to get it separately. You're going to have to add those 2.5 yards together. Two and a half, and that will give you 5 yards. Okay? So you will need 5 yards of fabric to do a standard window measurement of 58 inches in length or height and 70 inches in width. Okay? So again, to get that measurement, or to get a 5.5, or to get a 5 yards of fabric, what you did, remember, is to think of the height, which is 58 inches. Add that 18 inches, which is standard, and add the allowance for the hemming, and add the allowance for the heading. Okay? And when you add everything, you will end up with 90 inches, which will give you 2.5 yards. So because it is two pieces of curtain, you're going to add 2.5 yards twice, and that will give you 5 yards. Now, some persons like to see their curtains on the floor, sweeping the floor, and some persons also want to see their curtains above their window frame. Okay? Now you have to think of when you like it like that, you're gonna have to think of more fabric. Okay, say 10 inches. So you're gonna have to add 10 inches for one side and 10 inches for the other side. Okay. Now when you add those two 10 inches, you're gonna end up with 20 inches of fabric. That 20 inches of fabric is very close to 18 inches, which is half a yard. So you're going to round it off to 18 inches or half a yard. So onto that 5 yards of fabric, you will end up with 5.5 yards of fabric. And that is only if you want to see your curtain onto the floor or you want to see your curtain above the window frame. Okay? So it is very easy for you to calculate. Again, think of the measurement of the window, which is, as I said, is 58 inches. Think of the width, which is 70 inches. Okay? Now to your 58 inches, you're going to add the heading, which is, let's say, 12 inches. And you're going to add your hemming, which is 4 inches. So you add that to your 18 inches and the 58 inches, and you will end up with your 5 yards or your 2.5 yards of fabric for each piece of curtain. Okay? And also, again, if you're a person who prefer your curtain above the frame and onto the floor, you need extra fabric. All right. So if you find this informative, please like or share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.